Welcome back, guys, to More Than Wages. My name's Miguel.
And I'm Dorian. Thank you.
There you go. Welcome back. So, if you're listening to us, you're hearing our voice or seeing us on YouTube, pretty much you're here for the long run. Thank you very much. First and foremost, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on our social medias, okay?
Yeah, More Than Wages.
There we go, baby. So pretty much today, last episode, what we talked about taco truck, it was my experience doing that business, and also today we're gonna be talking about Dorian's experience opening up a
Car dealership.
Awesome.
Used car dealership.
used car dealership. This man, at what age?
I think I was like 21, I think.
Okay.
21, 22.
21.
Yeah, man. So I was young.
21. Yeah, man. You're getting it. That's impressive. Okay, cool. So pretty much a car dealership, when somebody thinks about a car dealership, they're thinking about a big place, 500, 600 cars, and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they're probably thinking like some Scarface,
Yeah.
car dealership, like 500 Mercedes, freaking 200 BMWs. But nah, it was nothing like that.
Exactly.
It was a really small scale operation.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So, 21, opening up a car dealership, that's pretty much, I'm not going to say unheard of, but it sounds pretty unheard of. So we're going to get right to it. Yeah, Dorian, talk to us. What made you, what motivated you, what pushed you to say, hey, you know what? I want to open a small used car dealership.
Okay, so before we start, I just want to give special credit to Jennifer, my girlfriend.
Okay.
It wasn't just me; it was her. We were a partnership, and I couldn't have done it without her. So, big thanks to Jennifer.
That's cute. That's cute. Shout out to Jenny. All right, cool. So, let's get to it. Let's talk a little bit about it. What was some of the influences, some of the factors that say, hey, you know what? Dealership time.
Yeah. So my whole life, I always loved entrepreneurship. Sales. I always loved the idea that you don't have to work a 9 to 5. You can just go buy something, resell it, and make profit. And it wasn't like the first thing that I ever, when I was like 16, I think I bought a used car for maybe for $1,000. I just took it to a car wash. I took it to the mechanic up the street just to give a little tune up, just a little oil change, and something minor like that. Maybe spent another $50.
Okay,
Turned it around, flipped it for $2,500. I made $1,000 in
at 16.
Yeah, at 16.
Okay, so you're already thinking big at 16. So
Yeah,
pretty much
so
that's good.
It's always kept that in back of my head. I was always like, I can always do this in the future. So, but I didn't really have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of capital.
I bet at 16, man, what are you gonna have? Like some money for some chicles or for the paletero or whatever, So question.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much that's how you got started. Pretty much flipping cars.
Yeah.
What were you buying them at? Like where at?
So this was what year is this? 2011?
Jeez, like 2011.
2011, 2010?
Yeah.
Maybe Craigslist.
Okay, yeah.
Popular.
Craigslist.
And then a lot of you guys, I don't know if you know this, you can go there's certain streets that people would park their cars, and like salesmen, and you can try to buy them from there, for like a lower price. So I would do that, but it was very rare. I'd probably just do it like once every 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really a mechanic. I didn't really know anything like that. And, with all the regulations and everything, like a smog check, the paperwork, it was always shady deals going on.
So you pretty much didn't want to do that anymore. You wanted to get something legit, legal, and get your name out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, let's say someone opening up a dealership, how did you start? Did you have a lot of capital to start? How did you get it going?
Okay, so I was working when I was, I think 18, 19, or I don't even know, 20. It's been so long ago.
Yeah.
I was working at a fast food restaurant, and I was getting paid minimum wage, right?
Okay.
But what I did, I didn't really have any expenses, and I already knew what I wanted for the future. So every paycheck, I'll just save it up, not touch it. I'll just maybe go to the movies and buy
So
some
we were
food.
frugal?
Yeah, dude, very frugal. I wouldn't buy anything.
Yeah, I couldn't do that at that age. I'd be wasting money left and right. Pokemon cards, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I could not do
Pokemon
that.
cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saved up for 2 years, and then I got into a small accident. I got some money from there, and I want to say I put in 10,000. I brought in 10,000 to the table, and then Jennifer maybe brought in another 10,000.
$10,000?
So it was 20,000 altogether.
That's let's say 16, 17, 18. That's quite a bit of money, at least, from my perspective,
Yeah.
to be saving up at that age. So
Yeah.
for 10,000, for you to save up 10 grand and
Yeah.
her 10 grand,
Yeah.
that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I'd always scroll through Craigslist, try to see if like what kind of car I wanted to buy, and be like, oh, I want this BMW, I want this. But then the day, it's like I'm gonna get this car, but I'm not gonna have anything like for the future. You know, like I want to build something, I want to build a business, and then I want to maybe like hop in something else. You know, maybe real estate. But I always thought about the future growing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. You got an entrepreneur mindset,
Yeah.
like you said, and you were out there to get that bread. That's good.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more in depth. So let's say someone that wants to open a dealership, what is besides already having a little bit of pocket money, like what do you have to do? Like, do you get like you go online, you apply? What are the steps?
Dude, oh man, before you even think about opening up a dealership, make sure you know a mechanic. Either if it's like
Okay.
your dad, your uncle, you know, maybe a
Little
neighbor.
Theo, yeah.
You can't go into this business without knowing a mechanic or, you know, or someone that knows like a little bit about cars, because you're gonna get screwed, man. Your first deal, you'll probably lose all your money.
Why? Because you're mainly focusing like on used cars and stuff like that. Well, you have to, right? If it's a little small dealership, it's
Yeah, you can't buy new cars. Even right for today, like if I go buy a 2020, some of these cars already have transmission issues, engine issues, and it's just, you know.
So you got to keep the cost low.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's say, for example, I don't want to jump ahead and talk about like, you know, you purchasing the vehicles, but let's say first you need what? You need to apply online for license, or what are the steps?
Oh, okay. So when I started, it was like it's pretty simple. They made it seem simple, but it's not. So first, you know, you get like you go to the DMV, you get this printout. It's like a handbook on how to do the process.
Okay.
It's like a freaking super thick like booklet, and you got to start off, you know, with the DBA or LLC.
So pretty much, you first have to apply, like applying for a job or a permit or something like that. So you have to apply.
DMV, yeah.
Do you have to get like a background check cleared, or?
Oh yeah, we did actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we
Yeah?
had to get a background because you're also dealing with like people's personal information. You know,
Oh,
so you can't be
socials and stuff like
all
that, right? Yeah, we got a lot
IDs.
of fraud
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you gotta deal with all that. Then there was also, you have to go to like a dealership school where they teach you like super simple like basic laws on how to.
Wait, you got to go to school for this?
Yeah, but it's just like a class. It's like a 1-day class.
1-day class. How
Yeah.
much is that?
Oh man, at the time it was probably like 150, but we both took it since we're both partners, we're owners, so we both had to go to class and take that class. And I mean, it was easy. It's pretty like, it's common sense. But yeah, there's like
Common sense, not so common.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, so you gotta have a couple papers in your office that explains to the customer like their rights, you know, like contracts, stuff like that. Pretty much how to fill out the contracts as well. Because
Yeah.
So you've seen the long pink contracts, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they pretty much teach us how to
How to
use
do like the
those.
funding, the deal, the contract,
Yeah.
pretty much all the paperwork, all the grunt work that we call it
Yeah.
at the dealership.
Yeah.
Dealership life. Okay, so you went to school, you took a test, you passed it, or
Yeah, you actually go to class, and then you make an appointment with the DMV, and they're very serious about it. Like you have to go to a very specific DMV, and they have like special. I don't know. At the time we took the test on like a computer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're very strict about it. Like you have to pass. If not, you can't move on.
Okay, boom. So you went to the DMV. You guys applied and you took a test. So what happens? What's the process after that? I mean, do you look for a place? Do you need like you were talking about LLCs or DBAs earlier? Like what's the next step?
Pretty much, it's like the pamphlet tells you how to go like step by step. So
So they guide you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they guide you. So you have to pretty much go by their guidelines, and then you have to go get a business. What's it called?
License,
Business
permit.
license, yeah, a business license. We went to Norwalk, I think, and then when you get your DBA, you have to like publish it on a newspaper.
Okay, for those that don't know, what's
Yeah.
a DBA?
Doing business as.
Doing business as.
Yeah.
Okay, is there like a particular reason you didn't get a LLC and you got a DBA instead?
Dude, I mean, we were young, you know, like LLCs take up even more money. It probably would have cost us like an additional $1,000. And we didn't want to spend that type of
now
money.
you could do it for like $100. All the information is there, but what was this, like 8-9 years ago? I mean, the information was still there, but
Yeah,
we're
but-
young.
yeah, we're young.
dumb,
We don't
you
know anything.
We don't care. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just want to get it done. So, limited liability company. You chose DBA.
Yeah, DBA.
So save some money.
Doing business
you
as
know?
Trusted Motors.
Trusted Motors.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember Trusted Motors. Wow. That was a good name. That was a
Yeah.
good. Who came up with that name?
Both of us, always wanted something to reflect, like that you could the company,
When
you
the
could trust
customers
us.
trust, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because there's a
cool.
lot of shadiness in the business, so I was like, you could trust
Allegedly.
us, Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, pretty much, you did that. You got your permits. You got everything going on. Let's talk
Yeah.
about like location. I mean, you imagine, like I said earlier, you imagine a dealership, big space, a lot of cars. Like, where was the location, or talk to us a bit about that.
Dude, so the first thing we did is we probably scrolled on Craigslist again, looking for places. They were really far away because we were working with a small budget. We couldn't freaking spend $5,000 a month, especially not having any knowledge about the
Yep.
business. So, we would go on Craigslist. Everything was super far away, like Diamond Bar, and we're like, we're not gonna drive an hour away every morning to
Yeah, and
set up over
especially
there.
if like you're gonna get used cars. They're not gonna be that expensive. So
Yeah.
you got to have hood cars, hood prices. So
That's right.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
so we drove down like South LA looking for places. Nothing, dude. All these places are like either super run down or like they're not set up to have like a small dealership, you
Yeah,
know. But
all love, no disrespect to South LA.
yeah. But Jennifer, man, she's a soldier, She put in like the extra time. And she found the location in South LA on the
Yeah.
corner of Manchester and Western. You guys know that? If you guys know that corner,
and
that place is wild.
Western, yeah, wild, wild west over there. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's where we found the place. We had no idea about the permits that you need to get. So it was like, oh, yeah, that place is cheap. Well, let's get that place. But at the end of the day, it was like, oh, my God, what did we get ourselves into? Because it wasn't just like a lot. It was a freaking building with like other businesses in there. So it was like a pharmacy. It was a rehab center.
Oh, they got
was
everything going on
in
right there.
dude.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It was like an apartment building. It had so many like slots and offices.
Yeah.
When I showed up, I was confused. Like, is this an apartment building or what is this?
A lot of shadiness.
A lot of shadiness.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you had to figure out by yourself, right? Because like you're saying, permits and stuff like that. I was seeing it online on, I think it was TikTok or Facebook. I don't recall. There's a lot of things that you pretty much have to like really dig into.
Yeah.
I was seeing a post about this guy complaining that they didn't let him into LA Fitness to play basketball because he didn't have pretty much a membership. But if you're to think about it as an owner's perspective, like you're just not going to let anybody in to go play basketball. There's liabilities,
Yeah.
Someone breaks their leg or he hurts somebody else, you're going to get sued. So you got to watch your back.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
when we're younger, we don't really think about
Yeah, we
those
don't think
things.
about that, yeah.
So pretty much we throw ourselves in the water like you guys did.
Yeah, we just
Much
want to jump
respect.
into things. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I mean, what else can you talk to us about like that happened? So pretty much, boom, you got you look for the location, you got it. Like what mishaps or what went on?
Okay, so we had saved up like what $20,000. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna set aside a little bit of money for the rent, and then we're gonna go buy 15 cars.
20 G skis.
Yeah, we're gonna go buy 15 cars. We're gonna sell these 15 cars in 1 month, make at least $15,000. I'm already going on Craigslist looking through Bentleys. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get that Bentley.
I was ready to start selling cars to you guys. I was ready to quit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I remember when you guys started, and I actually mentioned it to my manager, and I told him, hey, you know what? My sister's boyfriend, Dorian, right here, and Jennifer, they're looking to open a dealership, and he's like, you know what? I got a little hidden fund right there, little 30,000, ready to go. So let me know if you guys are with it. So I told them, and I think you guys said no, right? Shout out to Tito.
Yeah, we talked about it, but we didn't feel it didn't feel right taking someone else's money, especially like us not being certain about our future. And since it was a brand new business, you know, like I would feel horrible if I took your 30,000 and I lost it, like I'm not that type of person,
All right, that's cool. That's cool. That makes sense. Respect. Yeah. But hey, man, that offers like that don't really come like every so often.
Yeah.
But the way that you're thinking, I think it's great. Also, I think you had mentioned to me as well, if when someone gives you money and they throw it into your business, they kind of have like a little control over you, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I know you guys did not want that, right?
Yeah, especially Jennifer. She does not.
Oh
want anybody telling her what to do.
Yeah. She's a little, she's something else, my sister. All right, cool. So pretty much, you got the spot. And I know you guys kind of had like some troubles, right?
Yeah, dude. So going through the pamphlet, through the booklet, DMV booklet, we're doing everything right. It seemed pretty easy, just take the test, get your background check, uh, um, go get like the
Permits,
permits, all that
zoning, stuff
stuff.
like
Yeah, and I'm
that.
like, okay, that's pretty simple. We just go to LADBA. Oh my god, I hate LADBA.
What's
Is it
LADBA?
LADBS or LADBA?
Something like that.
Oh, LADBS. My bad. Yeah,
What's that? What's that?
Los Angeles, a building and safety.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's
okay. So
downtown.
like zoning, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
all
zoning.
that.
Dude, it's like dealing with the DMV.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like, oh yeah, come back tomorrow. I would come back tomorrow, and they'll be like, who are you? I'm like, oh, I'm here to pick up my permits. I'm like, what permits? Oh my goodness. And like Jennifer was like always on me, but I'm like, you don't understand. Like these people are like,
Dude, I
They're just-
remember that. I remember that you were going back and forth. That
Yeah.
was a few years ago. And I remember that when a woman complains and they complain, you remember that.
yeah. So we had the $20,000. We had some money set aside for rent for like maybe for next couple months or whatever. So that was cool. So we're still talking about like, oh, we're gonna have $15,000 to play with.
Yeah.
And then we go to LADBS, and then they're like, okay, you're gonna have to get blueprints. So they give us like another
Blueprints?
stack. Yeah,
What are you
blueprints.
building? You're building something
exactly.
or
I'm
what?
like, huh? I'm like, okay, I guess they want to see what the office is gonna look like.
Yeah.
So I'm here thinking, okay, I go back home and I get a piece of paper and I start like drawing out the office. Like I start drawing out like the restroom and all that, and then I make an appointment to go back, and the guys are looking at me like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's the blueprint."
Did it look like that fourth grade drawing?
Yeah,
that, like,
exactly.
What did he say?
So the guy's just looking at me like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." And he was like, "Nah, man, you need blueprints." But luckily, that guy was cool. I forgot his name, but he was cool. And actually, there was an architect in that in the office with us, and he was a freelancer.
Wait, the same day that you went?
Yeah,
like,
the same day that we went.
That's all energy, man.
Yeah,
You,
dude,
you
got
guys were working
blessed.
towards something,
We got
so
blessed.
you made that contact right there.
We spoke with him, and he came up with the plan. I think it was gonna come out to like $2,500 to draw out the office and a couple other things, But he knows the business. He's in the
Yeah.
business of being an architect, so
Yeah.
drawing all the blueprints. So it was gonna come out to like $2,500, I think.
Okay, cool.
And that was the beginning. So we're like, okay, so boom, here goes another $2,500. We still have a couple $1,000 to play with. We're like, oh, we'll be fine,
Yeah.
dude. He calls me like a week later, another setback, because it's such a big building.
Yeah.
They want a blueprint of the whole building. It's like, bro, how are we gonna pay for that? Like first I thought it was just gonna be our office, our
Yeah.
small office, and now they want a blueprint of the whole building.
Jeez.
There goes like another couple $1,000s. But we have money set aside, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's just pay this, and we'll get one step closer to opening up our dealership, right? So we're like, boom, here's the money. He comes back. Now, who wants to get involved? Because this building is so old, it's been grandfathered in.
Okay.
I forgot what the handicap code is. It's called.
Well, something like that,
Yeah,
right?
it's,
Handicap code.
Yeah, you had to be up to date with all the handicap regulations.
So that's what wheelchair access for everybody.
Wheelchair
like,
access and
yeah.
everything, and that comes with another associated cost of blueprints. So when they wanted a blueprint of like the whole parking lot.
Yeah.
We had to like restripe the parking lot. Add all the
So you guys had to pay somebody to paint
yeah
in the parking lot?
paint the parking lot, put up all the handicap signs and all that, and like make everything up to code.
Oh man, so you
Boom.
did you guys did this guy a service being there, right?
Yeah, we did.
The owner,
yeah,
right?
We did. Yeah, we did. That's why he was kind of cool with us. We were. He did give us like an extra couple months of like not paying rent
Okay.
because at the end of the day, his property value.
Oh,
was gonna
so
shoot through the
you
roof.
guys hooked them up.
Yeah, we hooked them up, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there was we did that, and then they came back, and then as soon as you're almost close, like you submit everything to the LADBS, they bring out what are they called? The guys that come out to
Inspector,
your building?
the inspector, the building
right,
inspector, yeah.
Right, an inspector. So he comes out, and he's looking around. And he's like, "Oh man, like you're gonna need to fix like the restroom a bit. You're gonna have to remove that door."
Oh,
and
my
I'm
God.
like, "Dude, when is this gonna end?"
Yeah.
But luckily, he's like, "You know what? You guys are young. You guys are doing like this neighborhood a service. You guys are doing
So he
good."
cut you a break, or
yeah,
what
he cut us a
happened?
break. He was like, "Hey, just remove that door and put some like padding here and there in the restroom."
Yeah.
And do that. He comes back and he signs us off. So we're good. So we were blessed, dude.
What?
If not, that would have taken another it would have killed our budget.
You know what? That's one thing is, from I guess from my experience and what you're saying is that people love seeing other people succeed, you know,
Yeah.
and that's positivity in all realms. So I mean, when you work towards something, when you're constantly at it every day, you know, things happen for you randomly. So
Yeah.
that's an example of
Yeah.
it. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, you had to fix the place. You added
Yeah.
property value. You helped the community. Man, what didn't you do? You got the key to the city or what? So you did all that, and then what happens next? So pretty much you're a-okay. So now it's what, vehicle time?
Yeah, so we get so we're good with LADBS. We get cleared. We're good with the DMV. You know, we submit all our paperwork.
Yeah.
Our license plates are gonna come in the mail. We get special license plates.
Oh,
Yeah,
dealership
we're so
license.
excited. We're
Yeah.
like, it says DLR, and
I
then it
remember I
has your-
didn't pay my tax. I'm sorry to interrupt one day, and I was just like, let me throw those on real quick for a few months.
Yeah, so those plates are go to our business, and we could drive any car we want with them.
Okay.
We just stick them onto the back.
Yeah.
I remember we actually got stopped on Hollywood one time driving one of our cars because
Yeah.
it was like an old beat up car.
Yeah.
And they didn't
A little
believe it.
G-Ride?
Yeah, we had like paper plates on it, and they stopped us, and they're like, "Where's your license plates?" And we're like, "Oh, we're a dealership."
Don't tell me it was at Geo.
Nah, it was like a Honda Accord, like a super beat up Honda Accord.
Oh, yeah?
And they just looked at us and I'm like, okay, like
They let
on.
you go?
Yeah, let us go.
You're like, we're barely gonna make it to the gas station.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. So we got cleared by everybody. We're good to go. Then the next step is like there's no guidance. Nobody tells you what to do next. Like where you
Yeah.
gonna go buy these cars. So it was pretty much
Oh, I heard you guys
Yeah.
had to make a tremendous amount of phone calls, right? Do your
yeah
due diligence, digging.
there's no handbook. There's no guidance in this business. So
A lot of things that you pretty much went through, you know,
Yeah.
it was headaches. Like
Yeah, it was all
there's a
headaches.
lot of knowledge,
Trial and error.
free game.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we found out that most dealerships, or all dealerships, they have to go through a dealer auction, right?
Oh, okay. So pretty much, since it's used vehicles, you guys went to a certain location to buy your vehicles.
Yeah, so there's like hundreds of them. There's different auctions. You have to go sign up, and that's a whole nother process as well. But it's a little bit more simple. You know, you just bring in your paperwork from the DMV that you're a dealership. You bring in your sales licenses or whatever, and you pretty much get cleared to buy cars. And there's different ways to buy cars, but every auction has their own rules.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the biggest auction I think is Manheim, right?
Manheim,
In the
yeah,
United
that's one of
States.
the biggest auctions right here in Southern California. There's other auctions, like you said, like police auctions, local auctions that you don't need your permits.
Yeah,
but this
but
one you need a permit, right?
You need a permit, yeah. So,
Okay.
you know, they probably go through like 300 cars a day, 3 times a week. So it's insane how many cars they go
Jeez.
through. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you can get good deals.
Yeah.
But you do have to do your research, you know, like you have to go the day before
Mm-hmm.
and whatever car you want, you should like kind of like go look through it, inspect it.
So you
because-
get to drive it. You take you take a mechanic, or how does it work?
Well, every auction has its rules. Some places you can't move the car. Some places we would like kind of like move it back and forth just to make sure that the transmission was working. And
Yeah.
there's no clunks or anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
that let you move it like 3 feet up,
Yeah, like
3
3
feet back, so
yeah.
you won't hear the tranny.
Even if we're not supposed to, we would still do it because I'm not gonna go buy a car and then as soon as I drive it out the lot, it's gonna have a bad transmission.
Exactly.
Yeah, so kind of have to bend the rules a little bit.
Yeah. That's everywhere. That's
Yeah.
cool. But that you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you would check online what vehicles were at the auction, available at the auction.
Yeah.
You would see what was the best suit
Mm-hmm.
for you. I mean, do you bid online or do you bid in person? Like, how does that
You
work?
can do both, but from my experience, it'd be best just to be there because you can actually see the car running because they'll run it through the auction, and you can actually see like if there's any codes on the dashboard.
Yeah.
if it's smoking.
Yeah.
Or you can actually even ask the person driving the car. I'm like, hey, how does it feel? Is it like, does it feel good? Does it
Okay,
does it
okay.
need something?
You're gonna say it feels good all the time.
Nah, they're
fire
cool.
his-
They're cool out there. They'll be like, oh, it has this, it has that. So
I'll slip them a little 20.
yeah. So it was cool because we were so young, and we would go through to different auctions, and the auctioneers would actually remember us. They'd always be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys?" Because we were
That's
like
dope,
the youngest
man.
people there.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't even believe. Some of them didn't even think that we should be there. Like they would always ask us for our identification because we
Oh
were so
yeah,
young.
the
We're like
kids are lost.
Yeah.
On the speaker at Walmart. Hey, did anybody lose these kids? Come pick them up. They're in the front. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. That's dope.
Yeah.
So pretty much wherever you went, they remembered you.
Yeah.
And question, like, if you were to buy a vehicle, and do you pay cash? Do they give you like credit? Like,
Okay, so there's different ways. Most of the places that we went, they wouldn't accept cash. I think I don't remember. It's been so long, but it was a cashier's check, I think. So we would have to go somewhere else, give them the cash.
Yeah.
They'll give us a cashier's check. We'll take it back to the auction, pay for it. We'll get like a paper so we can leave with the car.
That's interesting. I wonder why they wanted cashier's
Maybe they don't
check.
want cash. Maybe they're scared that
Maybe
they're gonna get robbed or something. Because imagine they're going through $300,000. I mean,
Oh,
they're going through
yeah, that's a lot of
300
money.
cars a day.
Let's not give people
That's a lot of
ideas.
money, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
So that makes sense, you
Yeah.
know. And what else? There was another option. I think they would run your credit, and if you had good credit and you've been a dealer for a while,
Yeah.
they would actually let you floor the vehicles. So that means that it was kind of like financing.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to pay for the car now, but you have to pay for it like in 30 days, and they would charge you interest. So it's
Really?
in your best interest to get rid of the car within 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good. Now
you
you'll
don't-
be charged interest.
Yeah, you don't want to be. You'll start losing money if you have the car sitting there for like 3 months, 6 months. You know, that's when the dealers are like, okay, I'm gonna lose money on it.
Yeah.
So I can just get it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually. You know, I mean, you're gonna take a loss.
Yeah.
But at least you could return it.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you would either use your personal credit or your business credit.
Yeah, but you know, we didn't have any business credit, and
Yeah.
our credit, we're still young. You know, like I just got my first credit card like a couple months ago, maybe a year ago.
Okay.
Max, so my credit was crap.
Yeah,
you know,
it was you know,
garbage.
baby credit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, there was like no way we are gonna get the flooring line, so we had to pay everything cash.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say, for example, let's talk a little bit more about the process. Boom, you buy the car, you take it home the same day. What do you usually do to these cars?
Okay, so you pay for the car, you can take it home the same day, but I mean, you can technically sell it already, but the problem is, once you sell the car, you're still waiting on the pink slip on the title of the vehicle. So you still have to wait. You still have to wait for the auction to send you that title. If not, the process is almost never complete. It's kind of like illegal to sell the car. I mean, you could sell the car,
Yeah.
but you have to have that title with you.
Really?
Yeah, then you have to go, and then people think you just submit the paperwork somewhere. Like, nah, man. After you sell the car, you still have to go to like a special DMV where that's all they do for like dealers is they work on like the paperwork for you, and they make sure like all the fees and the smog check is good, and then that's when the transaction is finally processed.
Yeah.
And you know, that's when they'll send you the new plates, the tags, and the pink slip. And then once we get that, we actually get to ship it out to our customer, and then that's finally when the transaction is complete.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, man. That's a process.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
We had no idea.
I'm surprised that they have to ship you the pink slip. Usually, like it's on demand. Let's go. Yeah.
We would get it and we had to send it to them, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a long process. So, what cars did you get? Like,
Dude, we started off with like Hondas, Toyotas, you know, but then we saw that there was a lot of people that shouldn't be at the dealers' auctions, you know.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
It was
Break
like, you know,
down.
other dealers like renting out their licenses to like people that just want to buy a car for them. So like
Ah.
all the cars that we wanted, they were going like retail value. And we're like, dude, we're not gonna pay retail value. How are we gonna make money? You know, we're not financing these cars. So.
Wait. So pretty much, were they kind of like sneaking people in?
Yeah, they're sneaking people in.
Oh, they got the little side hustle going
yeah,
on.
you're not supposed to do that, but there's
Yeah.
so many people there. I mean, how are you gonna
Yeah.
prove it? So that's what kind of killed their business too. You know,
Yeah.
like that extra competition shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
So it was making it tough. So from what we knew, Hondas and Toyotas, then we had to like, okay, we have to, you know, expand a little bit. Maybe we went to like Fords, and then what else did we buy? I don't know. If you remember.
BMW, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
that BMW, dude. Never ever gonna buy another BMW
No foreign?
ever again.
Toyota is
That
foreign
car,
too.
dude, that car, we fixed something. The next day, something was broken. And it was like, we fixed something mechanical, and now something electrical broke.
Are you
It's
serious?
like, dude, I just wanted to get rid of that thing.
So what did you buy? How much it cost? Or what happened?
Okay, that thing, I think it ran us for like 5,000, but at the auction, there's fees.
Okay.
Depending on the
Threshold.
threshold. Yeah. So let's say if it goes over like 5,000, now you're gonna pay like $350 in fees or something like that. So it came out to like
Packing
5,000 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took it home. Everything was good. I'm like, oh man, this car is nice. I'm gonna sell it for like $8,000.
It was a BMW, right?
Yeah, it
Like
was
a 5 Series?
545. So
545,
it was
yeah.
the big V8.
I remember that day
that
when
thing
you
is
guys
beautiful,
brought it.
right?
You went home and I cruised on it. I'll tell you this right now. I went for a spin around the block on it.
Yeah, dude, that car was beautiful. The next day, like we're at the gas station, didn't want to turn on. We're like,
Oh
what?
my God.
Yeah, so it started off with like that, and then there was like other little problems and the headlight, and then like transmission,
Yeah.
and we kept taking it to the mechanic, and he kept fixing things, and he was like, "Oh no, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good," and nope, something else kept messing up,
Yeah.
and you know what? We're like, we're done. We're like, we need to sell this thing. We need to get rid of it. It's gonna kill our business. So, like, we can't be sitting on this so long because we need to make money. We need to move on. 'Cause
Exactly.
if you think about it, it's just me, Jennifer, and your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad was helping us on his
Yep.
free time. He was helping us. He was the mechanic, right?
He was a mechanic.
Yeah.
He's been everything, man.
Dude,
that
and
man's
we didn't have a house or
knife.
anything, so we had to do all this stuff on the street, on the sidewalk.
Oh,
we're doing
yeah, I
all the
remember
changes.
that.
We're doing freaking
maintenance,
everything,
brakes,
dude. Painting, nah.
dead end. Good thing we lived in a dead end. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff that we
those
shouldn't
some
have been
hard
on the
times,
side.
man.
Yeah.
But,
All right. So pretty much, not to interrupt you, but the process you're telling me is something that I see every day at the dealership. If we buy a used vehicle or they trade it in, they got to maintenance it. They got to service it, maybe simple maintenance. If there's like something wrong with it, body work or painting. So you did all that.
Yeah, and we had to by law too. If the brakes were too low, you have to change them. You have to change the wiper blades, like simple stuff like
California
that.
safety,
It's the law. So if we didn't, we could get sued. And we did have a bail bond, but it's a bail bond. I think our bail bond was set for like 50,000, 100,000.
So what's that, to protect you, or what?
Yeah,
What
just
is that?
in case we get sued, California requires that you have some type of bond.
Did you get the minimum, or you got
We got the minimum.
Yeah.
Man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. After we got killed at LADBS,
Yeah.
we were like,
At least you're covered. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So pretty much you got rid of the car, right?
Yeah, we got rid of the car. I was hoping they maybe just lose like a $100, like $500 tops. We ran it one time through the auction, and they offered us like 3,000. We're like, nah, we're gonna run it again. We ran it again. They offered us 2,500. It's like, okay, let's just sell it. Just get rid of it because we're gonna end up losing way too much money. So don't forget, we bought this car for like 5,000 something. We probably had already maybe like $1,000 into it.
Yeah.
And we still lose on top of that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you run it back, you're auctioning it off again?
Yeah, we're doing it like wholesale.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to pay the difference if it doesn't sell over what you.
Well, since it wasn't Florida, it was we paid for it out of pocket. We're just losing the money. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we took a hit,
Yeah.
and then what really killed our business was, I think during the summer, it was like every car that we were buying was something was wrong with it. And
Yeah.
we couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
It was like we had started getting like transmission problems. We started getting cars with like bad engines.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? It was just like a nonstop domino effect of bad cars. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember. And we're like stressed out. We had like bad seat belts that we had to fix. And we're like, dude, when is this gonna end? Because in the beginning, we were happy. Like our first couple cars, we were like, yo, we're making like $2,000.
It was exciting.
It was
It was
exciting.
exciting, yeah.
I told Jonathan, like, whoa, we're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, it's just bad luck out of nowhere and we didn't have the equipment. We
Yeah.
didn't have a shop. We didn't have space. We didn't have the proper
Mechanic, painter, all that
any of
process.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that really killed our business. And then so what happened was, shortly after that we figured that we were getting like really bad cars. We're like, okay, what's next? What can we do? So we noticed that back then, a couple months ago, we had bought a car. I think it was like a Honda, and it had it had like a dent. It was like missing a bumper, and we bought it, and we totally like flipped it. We went to a shop where they sell bumpers for like $25. We put on a bumper.
Okay. Yeah.
We painted it, and we made a really good profit. So we were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna have to go back to that, and let's just focus on getting cars that are like beat up, a couple hits that need a paint job. And we did that, and we're like, okay, well, now we're saving the money again. But the problem is, we're so small. We're so small that all that takes so much time. Like painting a car takes like a week. There's prep. There's
You learned all that, right?
Yeah, I
all
learned
those
all that,
steps,
dude.
how to paint, how to do body work.
Yeah, all that.
And then also you got your wholesaler's license, right? So you could be buying bumpers and stuff like
Yeah.
at a different price and all that.
through our business license.
Yeah.
It allowed us to buy stuff like that. So we're blessed. But yeah, it took so much time just to just to fix a car. But that was where the money was at, you know. The actual flipping part was like painting them and everything. And they
Yeah.
would look like brand new cars. So as soon as you're done with the paint job,
Yeah,
dude,
you guys got down.
people wouldn't even check it anymore. It'd be like, oh, it looks good, I want it. So we're like, we're onto something, you know.
People fall in love with the vision.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
With the vision. They see something nice and they're like, you know what? This is for me. This is for me. So even at work, like I work for a dealership, and sometimes the nicest cars don't really have the best engines.
Yeah.
Like anything in
Yeah,
life.
there's two types of people that I noticed. There would be people that just open up the hood, they'll hear the engine, and be like, "That's a good car." They wouldn't even check it anymore. They'll be like,
Really?
"I want it," and there'll be other people just like walk around and be like, "Oh, I want it."
Really?
That's it. Yeah, two types of people.
Do you think they trusted you more because you had that title, Trusted Motors, and you're a dealership?
Yeah, we were young, and you know, we weren't shady. We're still pretty young, you know. We want to do things. We want to be good, you know. We don't want to have a bad rep. We're so young, you know. We want to hop into other things. We didn't want to sell cars with like bad engines or stuff like that. I could have easily got like a dirty smog with that BMW. And
Oh,
and sold it.
yeah.
Maybe put like some type of engine, what's it called? Engine additive.
And run it up.
Yeah, but I wasn't like that, you know. I wasn't gonna do that, you know. Karma, that's bad karma.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We believe in karma,
Yeah.
and we respect it.
Yeah.
We respect her. Okay, and all right, cool. So, I mean, do you want to add something else, or what happened, an experience of that, or you want to talk about like financing and stuff like that?
We can hop into financing.
Okay, so pretty much you said that a lot of the vehicles, you were getting outbid. People
Yeah.
were coming in and they were pretty much buying vehicles for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, so pretty much they would get them at top prices, most expensive. You know, for you, it was expensive. For them, it was relatively like at a great price.
Yeah.
The reason is they're buying it at wholesale price and you're pretty much tapping out, maxing out.
Yeah.
Why? Because like you said, you got to do California safety, whether it be brakes, tires, windshield wipers,
Yeah.
the windshield. All that has to be up to date. If not, you get sued, and that's why you have that bond. So,
Exactly.
so pretty much, did you ever get any like financing?
Okay, so we looked into it, and the same thing. Our business is too
young?
Too young. We're young. We have bad credit. We did actually go through Westlake.
Okay,
and
Westlake Financial.
Yeah, we're so close to getting him, but they denied us like last minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad they did, because we probably would have got into a whole nother kind of, we would have opened up a whole nother kind of
Yeah,
worms.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
That would probably ended up bad, but I guess that's where people make their money. That dealers, you have to finance. You have to finance, because even us, when we're selling cars on Facebook or Craigslist, $2,000 cars, people are like, "Can I finance them?" I'm like, "Dude,
Really?
you don't have $2,000?"
Yeah.
So it was like, I was like, whoa, I was amazed.
Hey, people are going through it, man. People are going through it.
Yeah, so I was just like, we have to get into the financing game. But, you know, we're so young, we got denied. But that's where the money's at, you know.
Maybe I heard some dealerships, they have the buy here, pay here. And I guess that's because sometimes the finance companies won't finance certain cars based on the year or miles.
Yeah.
So pretty much they'll do the buy here, pay here. You guys didn't want to do that?
No, because we were kind of strapped for cash, you know, like after everything.
Oh,
that
you
happened,
needed it
we
right
needed the
away,
cash,
right?
Yeah, and then we had that bad luck of just bad cars.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, oh, you know, we have to play it safe. So we did try it. We're like kind of close friends.
Yeah.
And it did work out. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's
close
like,
friends,
yeah,
money.
it's like these are used cars, remember? So
Yeah.
at any time, anything could break.
Yeah.
So we did that once. Something did end up happening. And they were kind of like, oh, we want you to, you know,
Reimburse or fix
us.
it.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, see, that's not gonna work like that. Yeah,
exactly.
So we kind of gave up on that.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's a lot of stress, especially when it comes to friends or family. When it comes to money, it's kind of a touchy subject. So that's good that you kept it away.
Yeah,
and you fixed
dude.
it.
But big shout out to your dad too. You know, he was always with us, because when I started this, I knew nothing about cars. I couldn't check I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know how to check the oil. I didn't know where to add coolant. Like, I was a newbie, man.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even open the hood. Like, I didn't know what I was looking at. But now we do freaking engine swaps all the time.
Yeah,
we do some crazy
painting
stuff.
vehicles.
Yeah, we paint
Check out our
cars like
YouTube
nothing.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we did on our YouTube video on More Than Wages, we flipped a Honda Civic. It was a 2009. We
Oh yeah,
completely
2009. Remodeled it, refurbished.
we
Yeah,
did the
Dr. Miami.
headliner.
Yeah.
We painted it. We did tires. I don't even know what else we did, but that was a junkyard
That
car.
was our Frankenstein vehicle.
So
If
that's-
you guys bought that vehicle,
Good luck.
look for us. We'll give you a full tank of gas. Wherever you see us, we'll pay Valero, wherever, maybe even Shell. I don't know. And okay, cool. Yeah, big shout out to my dad. He's always helping us however he can.
Yeah.
And man, once again, Swift Knife guy. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
couldn't have done it without him. He taught us everything. Like as far as like mechanics goes, he was out there in the summer, helping us do these crazy projects, and he was always motivating us to keep on going. Because there was days that I was putting in like 16 hours of work at your house.
Yeah.
And I would just to go home, wake up, now make money, and do it over again.
That's stressful, man.
Dude.
That's insanity.
And we had bills, we had rent, we had to pay internet.
Yeah.
And then there's business internet. We didn't even know about that. We were so young.
There was a lot of stuff
There's a lot of things that
we creeped up. Like, now we know we're more experienced with business credit, LLCs, credit lines, like so much other things we're going to talk about that through our let's say career, lifelong career of experimenting with stuff. We learned a lot. So we're going to talk about more of that in the future. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a great experience. If I could do it again, I would. But
Okay. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So pretty much stressful.
it was stressful, but that molded me into who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
I learned so much in that 2 years. Oh, because I don't know, we talked about the timeline. I think we opened it up in
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like how long ago was it? Because inflation, stuff like that, everything went up. So 2,500 now. I mean, back then is what, like 3,500 now. Everything went up.
So I think we started talking about it in 2015, but the permits and everything took so long. We didn't actually open it to 2016. So it was about a whole year of wasted money, wasted resources.
Yeah.
And people don't know this. They don't talk about this. They don't know the process. People just think, oh, I'm going to get my dealer's license. I'm going to sell cars. I'm like, nah, dude, there's you have to have enough capital, and you have to have patience, and you have to have a good relationship with your landlord. Maybe he'll cut you a break.
Yeah, because everything that happened to you guys was like generated through you guys working hard. All the steps were being formed because you guys were pushing and,
Yeah, we never
fighting.
give up. We always try to find a solution.
Oh, and let's throw something in real quick, before the end. You guys even did a little side business at the place, right?
Oh yeah.
What you do?
In the end, we're like, oh, we gotta make extra money. So we rented out the what's that machine called? The
vending machine?
The vending machine, yeah. And that was another headache. People are complaining for like $1. I'm like, man, forget this. Calling us at midnight, like, hey, the machine stole $1. Dude,
I remember that
I'll give you
time.
$5. Just don't call me anymore.
Yeah, I remember that time. The machine was getting stuck.
Yeah.
The candies were getting stuck, and people were leaving notes, calling you guys
Yeah.
$1, $2.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
freaking
we need our dollar.
We were probably getting like $100 a week, but it wasn't worth the headache.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. So I mean, okay. So retrospect, looking back, I mean, what things would you change? What wouldn't you change? What would you add on financially, and all that good stuff?
Okay, maybe a little bit more capital.
A little bit more capital.
A little bit more
Okay.
capital. Yeah, and finding a good place to open up your dealership.
Okay.
We did everything online. We
Yeah.
never really had signs out on our cars because of the location we were in. So I pretty much think of us like kind of like Carvana. People would throw our ads online. People would just come. We'll make appointments.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, and
all that.
all that because at the time, me and Jennifer we're in school, so we're like full-time students, and we're still trying to run a business.
Yeah, doing that side hustle. Yeah,
Yeah,
much respect. Yeah.
So I mean, there's possibilities and there's ways that you can do it. Just have to manage your time wisely. But you can be in school and start a business, but yeah, just manage your time.
Manage your time, have the right team,
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, so that's a lot. So pretty much, a lot of people are saying, hey, you know what? They're young. Maybe their overhead expenses aren't that high.
Yeah.
But still, at some point in our lives, we don't really come from wealth. Well, I know I don't, Dorian.
No.
No, so pretty much everything that we do is, you know, we want more, we want more, we want more. Sometimes we jump into getting in debt, credit wise, or getting a car at a young age. I think I got my first car like at 19. I don't remember.
Man, I'm still paying off credit cards from
Same.
like Walmart from 2015, man.
I think they got our pictures. Every time they run my credit, like my face comes out. Like, don't give them credit. Just messing with you. So pretty much you would get more capital up. You had
do more research and have a good team, a solid team. Know that you
Solid
have to invest in
team,
the
that's
mechanic
key.
and have a place to do this type of work. You can't be
Yeah.
doing this on the sidewalk. You know, your neighbors are gonna get fed up with you too.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna
You
get
know,
upset.
after you come back from work, you don't want to see people like making noise and
Yeah.
we weren't littering, but you know, like oil changes on the street. They don't want to see that stuff.
Okay.
So you know, have a solid place to work and have a solid team because you wanna succeed, and that's the only way you're gonna succeed in that business. You know, just have more capital, have a good mechanic, and have a place to do this. If not, you're not gonna grow.
Yeah. Okay. That's solid. That's
Yeah.
solid. So pretty much, yeah. I mean, this is Dorian's experience. Starting off a dealership, small dealership.
Yeah.
Do you want to add something else to this?
No, man. Just like I said, big shout out to Jennifer. Without her, you know, couldn't have done this. She like pushed me, I pushed her, but you know, she just kept fighting for
Yeah.
every little thing. We could have
Yeah.
probably stopped at LEDBS because I was getting fed up. I couldn't
Yeah.
keep going, and then you know she went in there and she.
Big shout out. You
Yeah,
got to have
put
the
up a
right
fight.
team.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, because I recall I was working at a dealership during that time. And, you know, I try to give little hints of knowledge. I was always at work, so I was never really there when they were doing their stuff. I was just there for the screaming and the punching and I just played none of that. But, I mean, I saw them work hard, and it was something dope to see. And it actually motivated, inspired me to even work harder at my own job. But, I mean, if you guys have any questions about, you know, laws do change every year,
Yeah.
but if you guys have any questions about like opening up your small dealership or something like that, you could always, you know, send a message. Send a
Yeah.
message to us.
Messages
you know?
on YouTube in the comments. Always leave a comment there, and we'll answer it. You know, we're always looking at our videos at our social media now. We're more present. you know,
Yeah.
after coming back from 9 months of a deep depression.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. We have other adventures that we've done. We're not really gonna break it down yet. We have to
Yeah.
talk amongst each other. We want to liberate the hustle. Not just playing. We're not gonna gatekeep anything.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about other things that we do, side hustle, money, and yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, open up an Amazon store.
There
and
we
show you guys how
go.
to do
There
it.
we go. I got a buddy there. We've tried it. We tried it. You know, it's a little drop shipping, a little Alibaba. You know, but we'll talk about it more in a next episode, for sure.
Yeah, guys. So make sure to follow us, subscribe.
Okay.
More
yeah.
wages.
Yeah, and give us a shout out. You know, share us, and yeah, don't forget if you see us, if you bought that vehicle, free tank of gas
On him, not me.
on us. Yes. All right. Cool, guys.
Thank
We'll
you
see
for
you next
watching.
podcast.
Peace.